Hey everyone, we're outside today with another project, and it's related to my pool again, but this time it's not plumbing related. I have four steps, or three steps, I guess it is actually, going down into my pool, and there has never been a railing. So it's just a little bit awkward getting in and out of the pool. So I have invested in a railing that we are going to mount onto my steps. They go down into my pool, and it's a little bit unusual. I've got a kind of a wonky situation that I've got to deal with, but I thought I'd bring you along and show you how I'm going to do this. Maybe it'll be useful for you if you have a pool. So let's go do it. All right, so these are the steps. There's, well, it's four steps to get down into the pool. And I've got a little bit of a challenge, as you can see right here. This right here used to be a sun porch, and it has, by the previous owner, was converted into heated and cooled space. So we have between these sliding doors and this area where the steps start, there is probably not quite 3 feet of space. So I don't really have enough room to mount a handrail up here. It would just take up too much space and leave too narrow of a walkway through here. So I'm going to be mounting it to the top step. Now I've dropped the water level in my pool because I need to get in here and do some work on this top step to mount the brackets that the handrail is going to go in. And then this is our railing that we have. So this is it's stainless steel, and it's covered with a polymer. So this kind of railing doesn't require grounding, and should hold up quite well, since it's going to actually be mounted on the top step, which will have water in it. So we're not going to be drilling and putting big huge anchors where this slides down into. We actually have some different kind of anchors, surface mounted anchors, that we're going to use, and I'll show you those. And these are our surface mounted anchors, and these things are really hefty, and they're probably 5 inches diameter at the bottom, and again, just really heavy duty. They're designed to have 3 big screws that hold them in, or bolts, and then they have set screws on the side so that when your handrail slips down in this, you tighten up these set screws and the hand railing will be nice and secure. One challenge that I have is with this step, and there's no way to really see this on camera, but it's a little tricky. I need 7 3/4 of an inch center to center of these 2 holes. So the only way I'm going to be able to accomplish that is to make a little bit of modification. I'm going to have to grind out some of this surface right here. And the other thing is, this step is not exactly level, so we're going to have to account for that as well. But I'm going to need to almost kind of make a pocket that this can slip into, so that I can get the spacing I need without this bracket being pushed too far forward where there's not enough to hold. Now I've got sort of a layout here where I was thinking that this would go, and there's a little bit of hangover here. I don't think it's enough to worry about. What I'm going to do is do some grinding, because besides the fact that I need this to go back a little further, these are also tilted at an angle, and I need to, in fact, that right there is about level. You can see the kind of gap. So I have to grind this down to some extent. Now I'll be using some pool putty so that I don't create a whole big problem for myself of having pool leaking or something to that effect. So yeah, it's that's the only thing that we can do. We need a railing on the steps, and we're just going to have to make it work. I guess we can get started with doing some grinding. One of the things I have here is an angle grinder, so I'm going to be kneeling down on that orange pillow that you see there and working from up top. Obviously, I don't want to get my angle grinder or the cord or any of that kind of thing near the water. All right, so I think that will work. Oh yes, that's going to work perfect. We may have to make one slight modification here. Yes, that will work. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, this is sloped, so I need to try and grind this down and just make it a level surface. So we're just going to mark where our holes go. So we're going to take our drill and a small concrete bit and drill smaller pilot holes before we go with the larger bit. So let's get that going. Okay, so this is our anchors. They're little plastic anchors. And what I have here are a couple of bits. I'm going to start with this size. These are both the same size. I'm going to start with this size, but I may have to go to this size, which I'm pretty sure I will, in order for this anchor to go in and have a little bit of room for expansion once I put the bolt in. What we have are these lag bolts. So these lag bolts are going to screw right into that. And of course, I'm going to have to make sure my holes are deep enough so that these things don't bottom out before they get tight. So anyway, let's go ahead and go with the next bit size up. All right, and we'll double check. We are good to go there. So now we'll pull these back out, and what we're going to do next is we're going to sink our anchors in there. We have something else called pool putty. We're going to use this to create a waterproof seal around the areas where the lag screws go in, and also where I have cut back into the surface here, because we do normally have water up about halfway of the tile here. So we need to just make sure, since I have cut through the not the gunite. The gunite is below this, but the finished surface is, I've cut through enough to get to the gunite, I guess is what I'm saying. So we want to make sure all that is protected and as waterproof as possible. All right, so let's open up our pool putty. And we just mix equal parts. I have a little putty knife here. Get equal part there. Equal part there. And we're just going to start mashing this together. Make a ball. And then you make a weenie. Like that. Then you make a ball. This is the best way I have found to mix this stuff. Then we make a weenie. So I am going to put this around the perimeter, like so. Now we're going to set this right on top. The other thing we're going to do is put just a pinch right there in the holes. And we're just going to get each of these started. And then I'm going to get a socket drive to go in my drill, and we'll start torquing those down. So we have our nut driver here. All right. Now this will set up and harden overnight, and we won't have to worry about any micro leaks, anything like that. I don't think it would leak anyway. Now we're going to repeat that exact same procedure for our next one here. So, all right. I'm just going to put this right around the perimeter. And now I'm just setting in the other base, just like we did with the first one. So we're just going to go ahead and speed through this. We're putting the screws in this one. And again, the procedure is just like we did for the first one. All right, so let's go ahead and test fit our handrail. So we're just going to pop it right up here. Should slide right in, and it does, just effortlessly. So we've got everything positioned perfectly. Now all we have to do is just get an Allen wrench and tighten up those set screws. Now the key thing, if you're using one of these railings that has a polymer coating, you do not want to over tighten these to the point where it ends up penetrating that polymer coating all the way through. You just want to get it snug so that it doesn't slip out of the stanchions that we just installed. It only takes about 3 or 4 turns to get a decent bite and have that secured. All right, so there we go. So we're all done. We have, yep, right there. We've got our handrail all secure. Everything is locked in, working great. And again, a little bit of an odd install. It would have been a little better if we could have mounted it up here on the deck, but again, it just didn't have enough room. So I hope you found that useful or entertaining in some way, and if you did, greatly appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, greatly appreciate it if you could. It helps the channel tremendously, and it's free. So with that said, I hope everybody has a great day, a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again on the next video.